Well, every single year, thousands of hopefuls compete for a chance to be crowned the voice on the hit NBC singing competition show. One local resident, Noah Liss of Palmer, has made his way through the auditions. He's on Team Blake, and he joins us now to share more about his amazing journey. Noah, I am so excited to have you here and to be talking to you. Now, I feel pretty proud. I mean, I've always been a huge fan of you. But you were here on our very, very first Mass Appeal episode.
Very first. So you guys were here when I was nobody, so.
Yes, well, you still were somebody then, but now you're really, I mean, look at you now, you're on Team Blake. Let's start with the audition process. What was it all like?
Well, there's two forms of auditioning for The Voice, and there's obviously a process before being picked to get a blind audition that I can't really go into, but you can do an open call, which is what I did. And I auditioned in New York for that, where they just call the masses of America and just say anyone can audition. And I'm one of two people left over on the show that did open call out of 70,000 people who tried out for open call auditions. The other form is a private audition where they call you up and find you on YouTube or find you on social media and invite you to come audition for the show.
So your journey, I mean, we watched it on The Voice last week, but your journey, you've really been working at this career since you were 3 years old.
Well, 3 years old was about the age that my parents and my family started seeing that I had some musical talent. And at that point, it was almost like, oh yeah, he's a good singer. Oh, he has kind of a passion for music. But when I was 10 years old and really started pursuing it as a career, I think is when it kind of changed my life. And from that point on, I kind of started, playing around the local circuit, playing for restaurants and pubs and private events and anniversary parties. And I built my business locally up to performing 250 shows a year in Western Massachusetts. So,
unbelievable. What we just looked at was you on Mass Appeal, the very first episode, and now we're looking at The Voice. This is just generic voice B-roll, but we're looking at this as where you were to where you are now. And also, really, people have seen your face, like you said, restaurants, pubs, all over the valley, because you've really made a business out of it. So this is something that you're pursuing as a career, and you have been even before The Voice came along.
Definitely. For me, my thought is, this is what I do, this is who I am, it's what I am, and it's a passion of mine. And I think there's a lot of contestants that go on the show that, have never stepped on a stage, or it's more of a hobby for them. But for me, I'm gonna do music on The Voice or not. So there's two different views of where people are at on the show.
Right, where are you hoping to go from here?
Well, I really hope that somebody notices me from the show. I mean, I've definitely built up a fan base on the show already. I have a couple of fans in Iraq and some in South Africa.
And lots in Western Mass.
Lots in Western
cool.
Mass. So I'm hoping that I can get some sort of, even a small label out of it, or just kind of grow my performance business out of Western Mass and start to share it with the rest of the country, because I think everybody needs a little piece of the pie.
Yes, well, you have a gift and a passion, and you deserve that as a career. What we're looking at now is you on The Voice. Now, this is actually Noah when he was on. We saw that last week. Now, you're home for now, but you will be going back to LA for the live rounds, and people can follow you.
Yes. And
support you.
Yes.
What are the ways they can do that, Noah?
They can go like my Facebook fan page. It's facebook.com/NLISmusic. And they can also go to my Twitter and follow me on Twitter. It's twitter.com/Noah_Liss.
And they can buy the song that you performed on The Voice on iTunes.
They can. There's
Very
a full length 3-minute and 30-second studio recording of me and Mrs. Jones on iTunes that you can go to itunes.com/The Voice.
Noah, I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
So excited. I've always been a fan of you, but now it's so nice to see you and where you've grown to. And now all of Western Mass is behind you. We're going to support you. We're all going to tune into The Voice tonight, 8 p.m. on 22 News. Tune in. Say it again, Noah, right to the audience.
Tune in.
But obviously, when you're on the live rounds, Team Blake, we're all rooting for you.
Cool.
So nice to have you here, and can't wait to check back in with you.
Thank you for having me back.
Thank you, Noah. Congratulations.
Thanks.